Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name's Elena and I gotta be honest, every time I record, I'm playing a game of chicken with myself about when my roommates are gonna get home and whether or not they're gonna catch me talking to myself in my room about The Sims 4. Anyway, this video was part of a series, as are almost all the other videos on my channel, where I'm going through The Sims 4 and making a save totally tailored to what I like and want to see in the game. Because I don't want any of these ugly-ass townies or their ugly-ass houses taking up space that I could use for, processing my 1,000 gigabytes of CC. Anyways, obviously today we're working on Count whatever the hell his name is. I don't like him. I gotta be honest. I went through almost this entire process of making him over without liking him. I got to the end and I finally felt that rush of oh, look at this little weirdo, I love him, I made him. But it took a while. I know that a lot of people go when they do a makeover of this, I don't know, the white whale, they make his face look like a normal person face, which I kind of I do really like watching videos where he becomes hot or something, but for this one I wanted him to stay the way that he is originally, obviously his original traits and stuff, so I kept his face real weird looking. I made it not so cartoonish, but I just let it be the way that it wants to be. If you look at me, I'm just kind of going through and picking white clothing that I like more for him. I had a wild moment where I thought maybe he's gonna wear the skater suit all the time, just because he's his dream as an immortal is to be a figure skater or something. I don't know what I was going for with that, but obviously didn't quite work out. So I gave him a lot of basically just all white clothing, put on the white filter, threw that shit on there, wasn't thinking about it a ton, but I did end up, here's my caveat that I've made to Count Straud. Theoretically, he wants to turn everybody into vampires and be the smartiest, and I don't know, he's evil, but also he just wants to stay indoors and write music all the time. I don't know, but here's the concept with Count Straud. He doesn't know he's a vampire, right? So he's this pale, and he has lived for, I don't know, judging by his dusty-ass clothes, 200, 300 years, but he doesn't know he's a vampire. He just thinks that he takes really great care of himself, which is why he always wears the gloves. Every single outfit, he has the gloves on, because he's, terrified of germs, terrified of getting sick, and the fact that he hasn't gotten sick or seemingly aged a day in the past several centuries doesn't, he hasn't caught on to that yet. He just thinks that if he can continue to avoid, all germs, all contact with other people, eating unhealthily, all that stuff, then he's just gonna keep living forever. For some reason, this tickles me. I feel like he has a blog about it, he believes in holistic healing and shit. So, yeah, that's really just... It was the only thing I could come up with that made me like him a little bit more. Here he is. I don't know. Maybe this floats your boat. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you also just think it's weird. This I'm a fan of. Of course his party outfit is a fucking night suit. A, totally protective. It's like wearing a bubble. And B, it's very, he's super proud of the fact that he's, old money and, oh God, what's that thing? What's the, he's a hemophiliac or whatever. He's very proud of that aspect of himself. So he's just throwing on a suit of armor to remind people, in case they forgot that he's rich as hell, just to remind them that he is rich as hell and that it was because one of his ancestors, totally pillaged a country in Southeast Asia. We're not going to try and get into the politics of Count Straud all the way, but, that's probably what happened. Again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time playing with this guy, or any time, but I felt for the sake of the save, I had to make him at least look a way that I didn't hate. And you know what? In the end, I had a couple of laughs to myself. The bear... Did I keep the bear suit? I don't... No. Yeah. The full coverage outfits to prevent any sun from reaching his skin, the gloves, the weird, I don't know how he doesn't, I think he just thinks he's like a really vivid dreamer. Like he thinks, here's what's happening. When he goes into like vampire mode, he thinks he's astral projecting or something like that. Like he doesn't understand that he's turning into a vampire. He thinks that this is him like ascending because of all the yoga that he does. I should go in and give him level 10 wellness. I'll get to that. I just, the concept of him just lying in bed being like, will tonight be one of the nights? And he like starts turning into a vampire and he's like, hell yeah. So this is Count Straud. He's not better necessarily, but he is funnier, and that's good enough for me. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow.